I'll assume that you're telling me the truth. One of the products that we do offer also is what's called the Shaklee 180. That's actually how we got started in Shaklee. I ended up losing 40 pounds, and my wife lost a classified amount. But that's what really got us introduced to Shaklee. And then as we began to learn more about it, I just was so impressed by the scientific basis behind everything they do that it just made sense for me as a healthcare professional to, in my quote, retirement, to begin to introduce people to these healthy products. And we go back there. All right, so let me tell you my 70 story. I think Donna's heard this. Has anybody here done burpees? If you have, you know they're not much fun. And that just basically shows you what's all involved in doing a burpee. I was online doing an exercise program I found, and I discovered burpees. And I posted something on Facebook. I said, you know, I just discovered burpees. They're awful. You know, they're good for you, but they make you hurt. And then I was fooling around with some numbers, and I said, well, maybe to be responsible, maybe I should do 70 burpees in 70 minutes for my 70th birthday. And my Facebook blew up. Everybody got excited and said, yes, yes, do it. So I more or less backed myself into a corner, and I had to do it. But I did. Actually, prior to my 70th birthday, a couple years ago, I did 70 burpees in 70 minutes for my 70th birthday. Now, one thing that helped me in that was, again, performance products that we provide. The hydrate is so important if you're sweating a lot, of course. Build is great for rebuilding those muscles. And then there's another product, or energy is another important product. And then there's another product called recover, which actually helps your muscles recover. But I want to introduce you to a I think a great resource, and it's a Facebook, private Facebook group. I think if you go to this address, you can, and I'll place it in the chat a little later. I think you can join that way, or else let me know you want to join, and I will go ahead and add you to the group. Now, the neat thing about this, I mean, there's so much in here regarding things you can do to be healthy, but there are a lot of exercise videos. And I think what I'd like to do is, if I can minimize this, I would like to go to that Facebook page and okay, there we go. We're going to go to that Facebook page, and I'll show you some of the videos that are available there. So if we go to the videos, there we go. So, for instance, there's a lot of videos of exercises that you can do, like in 5 minutes, things that you can do at home that are fairly simple. And I'm not going to play the whole video, but I'll start with this one. And this is an example of one of the videos that you can find on here that provides you great tips on an exercise or different exercises that you can do. I don't know who this woman is, but.
Hey guys, it's Amanda Villarreal. We are excited to be here live with you. And I have my family joining me tonight, my husband Art and our 5 children, and we wanted to show you guys a workout that you could do on your own, 5 minutes. It's so important.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
5 minutes. It's prevention. So taking small steps like exercising and watching our diet is crucial. And we really want to just give you, like I said, some fun movements that anybody, really using some music here, where I'm going to be going. So right knee up, left knee up, right knee up, So let's do it. Lift those knees up. So first progression would be stick with this, all right? Next option, we're gonna add a little push off so it turns into a little skip. So hop. Think about how important coordination is, right? We're gonna take some basic exercises and add little options to them to make them feel totally different. Surprise your body. All right, you're gonna move this forward a little bit. Let's go. Move it forward. Good. Let's take it back. Backwards. Good. Let's take it to your right. Can you do that?
Okay.
Travel. Lateral. Go left.
Okay, that just gives you an idea. I mean, fairly simple exercises. The children are out there doing it. So it's certainly, there's no reason why any of us shouldn't be able to do that as well. Here's another one that I sort of like. And I'm going to fast forward some of these a little bit, so we don't have that much time.
Staying active if so wait, obviously get a milk jug that has a screw top, but I want to show you some moves that we can do with these. Now here's a workout and I'll post it below, but I want to do 30 seconds of cardio sprints. Now you can run in place, but also if this is a sprint for you, you can do jumping jacks, you have jump ropes, right by that. So 30 seconds of sprint, and then we're going to go straight into 15 deadlifts. So knees, feet are shoulder width apart, and you're hinging. Okay? Touch, squeeze, touch, squeeze. Now I want to focus on.
Jerry, we can't see the video, and it's causing static.
And you're hinging right here, soft knees. Okay?
You can't see it?
You can do it without weight, but that is your motion. 15 deadlifts. Go back to that 30 seconds. Then you're going to hit 15 squats. Now, you can hold these here, okay, and go squat for a weighted front squat.
Okay. I think I heard Claire say you couldn't see it. Could anybody else see the video? Everybody else see the video okay? No. Oh.
No.
Huh.
No.
Wonder why that is. Well, maybe I can't. Wow. Maybe I can't show the videos after all. Did you see the first one? Oh, wow.
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, wonder why that is. That's my screen that I'm sharing. So can you see these different, can you see my screen now? Yes, somebody nod yes or no.
We see slide 12. Yes, a great resource, Healthy at Home.
Oh, okay. So this is what you see. Okay. Well, for some reason, the videos are not showing, but when you go to that Healthy at Home, what you'll do is you click on videos. I don't know if you can see that now, because I am sharing. Oh, okay. And then down beneath, there are numerous videos. There are exercise videos. Some are fairly long. Some are not very long at all. But it gives you a great, it's a great resource it's a great resource for exercise videos that will help you to stay fit while you're at home. So again, this is the current slide. Okay, so this is the resource, Healthy at Home, and there's a lot of recipes on there, ways that you can stay active with exercises, keep your stress in check, maintain a healthy environment. So again, I would highly recommend that. And I will post this link in the chat. And if that doesn't work for you, just be sure to contact me and I'll be happy to send it directly to you, to those of you who are on this call. So that is pretty much it. I wanted to show some more of the videos, but obviously that's not working for some reason. So I guess I will just stop there and take questions. And I'm under my 20 minutes. too much. Any questions? Of course, you'll have to take yourself off mute to do that, but
Okay. I would normally have a few questions myself, but I didn't have questions earlier. I didn't get to see some of your presentation because I couldn't hear it. I could see you, I just couldn't hear it. But if it gets me to as good a shape as you are canoeing, I'm good.
well,
Very good.
if you can do 70 burpees in 70 minutes for your 70th birthday, you're really
Oh.
doing well.
You did that, right? You did that? Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Very
that was
good.
part of my presentation that you must not have heard. So,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now.
Jerry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to go on Facebook after the 4 panelists when I bring you back to close, and then we'll try and do the videos then, because I think I can do that. So you have to go on to online and then get into Facebook and then share the videos. So we'll try that. But right now, let's go to the next speaker. And I think Renee has to leave early, and then I'll get Marie, and then we'll get Toni to have some fun with her. Renee, we're going to go into your slides next, and then you can tell us a little bit about you while I share my screen.
and I've posted the link to that Facebook page in the chat.
Great.
Oh, very good. Awesome. All right.
Hold on. Wait.
Hi, everyone. I will just introduce myself while Elizabeth brings the screen up. As she said, my name is Renee Jones-Hudson. I'm a 21-and-a-half-year veteran from the Army. I retired and started my own personal training business. Actually, when I retired, I really didn't have a plan as to what I wanted to do. I just knew I didn't want to do Army anymore. I just wanted to do something other than that. You know, I just felt like there was so much life left, and I didn't want it all to just be, you know, soldiering. I love soldiering. No, don't let me. I love doing it. I love the people, the connections, just everything about it. Even the bad stuff, because it teaches you grow from it. Next slide, Elizabeth. So this is my website page. So it just says from Army to business owner. I'm a veteran, like I said, a certified personal trainer, and the owner of Island Jam Fitness. Next slide. This next slide is going to be kind of like an intro commercial kind of that we did, and I just wanted to share it with everyone, kind of give you an idea of where we're at and what we do. It's low, Elizabeth. I'm a retired Army veteran, wife, mother, and fitness enthusiast. I love helping people become the best version of themselves, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I also enjoy being a part of this awesome live-first community. In everyone's life, there comes a season for a change. A time when you want to be healthier, stronger, fitter, and happy. If this is your season for change, I'd love to hear from you and help you on your journey.
Join us at goodvibesforum.com for updates on live events, breaking stories, and everything.
Thank you. So that was just a little clip of the studio. You saw my daughter in the video. So my husband is also an Army veteran. He retired with 22 years. We have two children. My son, he's 20 this year, and I have a 7-year-old who acts a little older than the 20-year-old. So I established Island Jam in 2016. Right after I retired, I jumped right into it because I was still on that roller coaster energy. So I jumped right into owning my business. And maybe later I could tell you how that was for me, but
it was literally a roller coaster ride to where I'm at right now. But I actually I'm glad about the journey because I've grown a lot business wise and just personal. I have several certifications. You can go to the next slide, Elizabeth. Thank you. Yeah, I have several certifications. I do have a master's degree in criminal justice, bachelor's in psychology, and an associate's in exercise science. So my goal after I retired from the military, because I was a mortuary affairs specialist, I really wanted to get into forensics. My criminal justice degree, it's a forensics focus. And then, life just happened and I was like, you know what, I think I'll do fitness. So here I am. I'm fully certified, like I have all these degrees, but I'm doing fitness, which is really what I love to do. Next slide. So I have here the mission, purpose, and the vision, and it all kind of ties into everything that we're about. We want to offer quality service. We want to offer a service to where you feel like you're a part of the family oriented. I want you to feel to experience the highest level of training that will empower you, educate you so that I don't expect you to be with me for the rest of your life. The whole goal is to teach you and like let you graduate from me. So I want the whole goal of Island Jam Fitness is to really get people to be educated on how to live a healthier and fulfilling life once they leave here. And you can read the mission, purpose, and the vision on your own. So here are some of the services that we offer. Private one-on-one training, small group training, which we're not doing now because of COVID. The small group training consisted of 3 to 4 people per group, but now it's down to 1 or 2 people. I did start online virtual training, kind of forced me into that realm. That was a realm that I wasn't too comfortable with because I like to be with the client, but it's actually been working out a lot better than I anticipated. I do coach on nutrition, and I do each time you sign up, you get a meal plan with your subscription. And then I have other short-term plans. I only listed the 90-day transformation, but I also have weekly plans just to kind of, all the programs are geared towards what you can accommodate for your lifestyle. Next slide, please. So this is a picture of the studio. My son is on the bottom left, and these are some of my clients. This is an actual small group training session. So I have 3 people in the studio at once. And my studio is not very big. It's 1,200 square feet, and majority of the space that I use is probably about 800 square feet. So it's enough. And the one thing I do want to point out, I don't have a lot of equipment on purpose because I do a lot of body weight and functional training so that, we're not going to rely on the equipment. It's to help people move with their own body and, just to create longevity in the long run. You're not going to have a weight that you can push around all the time, hence now the time that we're in, so there's a lot of body weight exercises that can be done to still keep you healthy and fit. Next slide, please. Oh, and this is the entire family. That's my husband and my 2 children and myself. And the last slide will have all my contact information. You can go to that one too. And our location. So that's it in a nutshell, and I am here for any questions.
I have a question. I saw that presentation. You mentioned nutrition. I mean, a lot of times in the American diet, we eat for quantity and sometimes flavor. We eat for flavor and not necessarily based on nutrition. What elements do you include in your nutrition training for the relevance of understanding.
So what I have people do, they have to fill out a 3-day diet sheet, because I feel once you see how much you eat or not eat, because it's also bad not to eat, once you see how much you eat or not eat and what you're eating and the amounts, it is more of a aha, like when you have it written down and you can visualize it. So we go from there, and then it's all about mindset after that, because there are some things that people just are unwilling to give up or feel like, or I have clients that are, my client Brad, he refuses to eat the amount of calorie for his weight and his size. He wants to eat a 1,400 calorie diet. That is not enough food for him, especially as a male, right? So that's the other thing that I have to teach client to, that they have to eat to live, not live to eat. Like, the food is for your body. It's not so much for you to say, oh, I want all of it right now. It's what your body needs so that you can just do your activities daily. So I in my intake, I actually sit down. I send each client a pamphlet, and I actually sit down and we go over that. We talk about, their why. We talk about why do they eat or not eat so much. It's all about the client. I let them speak to me, and then we go through the consultation that way.
Do you weigh food? Some
I
people do.
personally weigh food. I recommend people weigh food, but that's not always ideal, right? So I also give them I have a hand guide where you can use your hand as a food guide, a guide to weigh your food. I provide that for some of my clients. And what I do also is I have them eat maybe 4 or 5 times a day, depending on their schedule, whatever it can accommodate. And I just tell them what your portion size is, because that's really what you want to pay attention to, how much you're eating and what the content, the type of food that you're eating.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Renee, do you or your clients, do you use apps like FitnessPal to track calories?
Yes, I always recommend that they do use a tracking, one of those apps, because it does give them. I love MyFitnessPal, and I fell in love with it when I went to Jamaica. I didn't think it would work because I didn't think the Jamaican food would be there, and I was like, oh, it works. So all the foods that you could possibly think of, so far I've found is in the app, and it's good to use it as a tool because it also lets you know you've eaten too much saturated fat, you haven't eaten enough carbs, you haven't eaten enough protein, based on what your intake is supposed to be. So I do recommend that each client use some kind of tracking, food tracking system.
This must be a busy time for you because the fast food, I mean, the takeouts, they're ruling the day. I mean,
Yes.
so, I mean, you
Yeah.
have to be mindful of that even during this time frame.
Yeah.
hmm Okay. All right. Good presentation.
Thank you.
Any more questions from the audience?
One last. It just occurred. Well, it occurred to me now. What do you have regimes or therapy for injury or sports injuries? Like that. I mean, or maybe accidental, some car accident injuries where people need to get some kind of therapeutic rejuvenation like that.
So that's outside of my scope of practice. So once you leave therapy is where you would come to me.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't do therapeutic treatments. Once you leave therapy and you need to build your strength back up, then that's where I'll come in.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good.
Hi, Renee. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is Linda. In your 90-day transformation program, do you ever do any type detox?
No. So I don't do detox. a deliberate detox, because the body does detox itself. Food is, you know, if you eat the right foods, your body will go through a detox. But I don't particularly tell clients, oh, to do this detox program or anything. I
Okay.
think if you change your food, change the types of food that you're eating, the body will clean itself.
Oh,
And I
yes.
think Jerry touched on it with like I am currently doing a all fish diet. I was eating regularly, and I just cut out all the meats. And it's actually I'm just eating whole foods. You know, I used to be a bodybuilder, so that's where all of, you know, that came from. Just knowing what the food does to your body and for your body. And so I liked that. I felt lighter. Like when I ate, after I ate, I would feel so much. I didn't feel so full and uncomfortable. It's a lot going on with eating just plant-based diets, but there's something to it. You know, it's not for everyone, but it is. I feel, in my opinion, I feel like it is a better alternative. But the
No,
body will detox itself if you
Oh,
put the
yeah.
right foods in it.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, Renee, we do a 7-day detox, but it's similar to what you're talking about. It's all fruits and vegetables,
Right,
no animal protein or anything like that.
right.
And then we have some supplements that focus on the liver, like have milk thistle, which is really good for liver detox. And that, I've had clients lose 12, 14 pounds doing that. And then they go on to the routine of our protein shakes and multivitamins, and they're able to maintain that. And, the change, people, I get such dramatic testimonies of how much better people feel just by, detoxing their body. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you, Renee.
You're welcome.
Well, everybody, please give Jerry a big hand, and then give Renee a big hand.
Good job. Good job. Who's next?
Thank you.
Awesome. 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 I appreciated that.
I think they were very good presentations.
Those segments were priceless in terms of health and rejuvenation. Great, great, great. So
So you can contact Jerry to get a detox going, and then you can contact Renee to do some exercise. So this is awesome. So I guess Renee, now with COVID, you can do virtual training, can't you? With Zoom?
Okay, here we go. All right, so let me go to the next speaker, Marie Martin. She has been with us. She was our speaker when we did the health and wellness show, Marie, at the Holiday Inn, and has a very, very impressive story about a weight loss journey. And she and her husband are absolutely adorable. So, Marie, I'm going to let you present.
Yes, thank you so much. If I can share my screen really quick, I would love to kind of show my before and after.
You should be able to. You should be able to. Let me stop my share. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh.
All right. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is my before and after. I like to share that as a point of reference because we all start at different places. Whether you feel like you just have some unhealthy habits or you need to lose 135 pounds like I did, we all share a lot of the same common things. And you've heard a lot of it today about mindset and habits. So I'm going to stop my share really quick just so that I can see you. So what my story really starts at with my own health journey. Back in 2014, I was at my most unhealthiest. I'm 5'6". I was 268.4 pounds. I claim that 0.4 because I crushed that 0.4. And I was 27. There was no reason to have joint pain. There was no reason to feel like my heart was going to just like pitter patter out of my chest going upstairs. I used to be a teacher in education, and becoming that person that my students needed, it just wasn't possible. I'd sit behind my desk. I might do a little bit, but I was always sitting because for every pound on our body, that's 4 pounds of pressure on your knees. And so I just did not feel good. And it wasn't because I lived an unhealthy lifestyle my whole life. I didn't struggle with weight until I got to college. I wasn't as active. I had the whole college diet, you know, pizza, junk food till 3 a.m., all that. And it just caught up with me. Then I also had some real life situations happen, and I turned to food. I turned to food as my source of comfort instead of my source of fuel, and being able to just feed my body what it needed to be healthy and to feel good. It really had the opposite effect. And so through the course of this, I was that dieter, that person that would yo-yo. I'd lose a little bit, get discouraged, gain it back, lose it, gain it back, very unhealthy. And I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. But when I look back, I think I was looking more to be skinny than to be healthy. Up here, it hadn't clicked. And so I knew that something needed to change. I was also told by a doctor at the age of 27, girlfriend, if you don't get your act together, if you do not start living a healthy lifestyle, you can pretty much kiss starting a family goodbye, but I don't know if you're going to live to see much past 30. And I'm so thankful for those words that were very harsh, very hard to hear, but I really, truly believe they saved my life. 3 months later, I started my health journey. Whole foods, everything that, you know, have been mentioned before, tracking. I had a health coach, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a minute. I had a community around me. I had tools in my tool belt to be able to help this not be a diet, but to be a lifestyle change. Because here I am coming up on 6 years of health, having lost 135 pounds. I've had 2 babies in there. I'm back at healthy places. I am able to be not just like spectators in my children's lives, but participants. I'm on the floor. I don't have achy knees. So I have had so many gains, right? So it took me about 12 and a half months to lose 135 pounds. I approached my journey, and how I approach my clients is nutrition first. You cannot outrun a bad diet. I don't care how much you try. You can lift all the weights, you can do all the things, you can take all the supplements, but if you are not focusing on what you are putting into your body, it will not matter. And so I speak very passionately about that because for years I lived the other side. For years I did all of that and it didn't work. So anyways, went on to lose 135 pounds. Like I said, I had been maintaining, had healthy pregnancies, healthy lifestyle. My husband followed suit. He lost 100 pounds in about 6 months or so. And we said, you know what? We see family members. We see people around us that are struggling. I call them generational curses. And I said, you know what? This stops with us. Like, we know we have tools. We can help people if they're willing. It's all about they have to be ready. You can't shove it down. I have women come to me like, my husband needs to do this. He's got to be ready. It's got to be his idea. Same with my husband. I couldn't push him into this. So anyways, he comes alongside and we said, you know what? Let's create something that can help other people. Our purpose in life, the giftings that we have been given, is not to keep for ourselves. It's absolutely for other people. And so we started our business, Journey to Better Health, and that name is exactly how we approach health with each individual client. It is a journey. A lot of times people look at a whole staircase instead of the step in front of them. And we want to show you how to take each step, how to celebrate the wins, big or small, how to learn the tools needed to be able to, when you get to that top of the staircase, you've got to that healthy weight, you know exactly what to do. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of gaining it back. No, you're empowered. And so we approach our coaching practice, and we have helped thousands lose thousands of pounds. We approach it from 4 basic needs or concepts. The first is the health coach. You need that support. You need that person in your corner who is not just doing it with you, but has done it themselves. Because I know the junk that's going on in your mind. I've had to work through it, still working through it. I'm still a work in progress. You need community. We become like the people we spend the most time with. And so surrounding yourselves with people that are going for better, they're giving up the good for great. They're looking to become the person that they know they were created to be. So we provide community. The third thing we provide is that education piece. Transformation, that's not a number on the scale. Transformation is up here and the scale is the byproduct. It happens whenever up here changes. So we really look at rewriting your story, instilling better habits. We look at micro habits. Probably by a raise of hands, how many times do you like start this health journey? Again, you don't have to be losing weight. Health is not a number on a scale, but you start a health journey and you're like, I need to fix this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And it becomes overwhelming and almost discouraging. Like before you even get started, you want to give up. So we focus on one or two things: being 1% better today than you were yesterday, and really being able to just see progress, because it's the compound effect, right? Consistency over time plus putting in the work is going to equal results. And that is what that transformation piece looks like. So you have the coach, you have community, you have the transformation, the education, and then of course we have our fueling, our nutrition. And with this, basically being able to eat multiple times a day. I love what Renee said. A lot of people are not eating. And then they're like, I don't know why I'm gaining or whatever. And I sit down and I have a health assessment that I do. I gather the information. It's all about the client, just like Renee talked about, which I love, because this isn't the Marie and Corey show. This is all about you. This is about us contending for your why, helping you reach your goals, because your goals are my goals. And that is what I'm so passionate about doing. And so we formulate a plan that works specifically for you based on medical conditions, based on medications, activity, just what you have going on in life. And then we come alongside you with our support, with our community, and with those tools. My husband and I have been doing this for 5.5 years. We've both stepped away from our teaching jobs. This is what we do full time. And the coaching doesn't just stop at the body. We focus on the whole person. So the mind, the body, and finances. So we are more like life coaches. It's kind of how it has morphed as we've walked through this. And so that is a little bit about my story, a little bit about what we offer. And if I could just give you a few tips, I'm all about adding value, because I think that so many people are out to take. Drinking at least 64 ounces of your water a day. Really, if you could get half your body weight in ounces, that's going to be ideal. That's going to help flush fat out. You're going to be amazed at how your hair, skin, nails, all of that is going to thank you. Even a better night's sleep whenever you have the right amount of water. Eating 6 times a day, eating 6 smaller meals that are, yes, high protein, lower carb, they have your healthy fats, all of that. Those types of things are going to be able to serve you well, along with a great night's sleep, because sleep is something that's super underrated. And you would think at COVID, people are getting amazing sleep. They're not. It's super stressful. And those of us that have children at home and they're trying to figure out the school issues and whatnot, like, it's stressful. But if you can do anything for yourself, regardless if you choose to hire a personal trainer, a life coach, health coach, whatever, is to really put on your oxygen mask. Put your oxygen mask on first. Fill up your cup. We wear so many hats as entrepreneurs, as sisters, moms, brothers, whatever it is that we wear. Really being able to pour into yourself first so that you can be all that you were created to be, and that you can show up well. Because life is not worth living unless you are able to live it to the fullest. So that is pretty much all I have.
Renee, I'm sorry, Marie, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. I'm always intrigued when someone loses a significant amount of weight. And you lost 135 pounds, I think you said, and I
Yes.
weigh 130 now. So just the thought of you losing all that, you had to have some willpower or, determination. But my question is, what was your self-esteem like prior you losing the 135? You seem to be confident and all that now, but did you feel the same when you had the weight on, or was it just a matter of losing weight? What was your esteem like the before and after?
Yeah, I love that question. So it's kind of mixed. I was one of those people that was always a happy person. You know, my weight didn't necessarily determine my happiness, but my weight absolutely held me back from doing things that I enjoyed. And so I feel like as my weight came off, and yes, determination, yes, motivation, but at the end of the day, it's habit. You have to fall back on your habits because I'm telling you, there are days where determination and motivation just go out the door because of life. So you absolutely have to just make that choice. And I wasn't perfect. But as far as confidence, yes, it's up. I feel like I can be who I was created to be, and I can show up that way when before I was worried about what people were seeing, how I felt in my skin and my clothes, and it was just all about me. And I think what's changed is it's now how can I serve others? So it's again that healthy mindset piece. So hopefully that answered that question.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Any more questions? Elton, you got to turn your mute on.
Question is, well, I mean, I'm coming back to Carolina after being all over, and here we got so many vegetables and homegrown. And my question is, I'm even coming to a realm of organic versus regular. Any information about that? If you see any value, what your perspectives are about that, and that kind of thing.
Sure. It depends on what it is. I do some organic. Some I don't. I like to buy farm fresh. I think that's going to be the best because one, I'm supporting a local business, but two, it came straight from the ground, whereas other things do have that processing. I would say just the purest form of fruits and vegetables is going to serve you well. If you have to do freezer stuff, that's fine. But anything that you can eat fresh, how it was created, is going to be the best.
Very good, very good, very good. Just curious.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
Well, thank you, Marie. You impressed us when we did the health and wellness show. That was fun. Thank you for coming back. I hope we can get you to come back again. Yes. Another question. Okay.
Your husband well?
He is currently taking care of my two babies that are screaming downstairs.
I thought so. I said that. Well, somebody's got to take care of the babies. So, well, everybody, please give her a round of applause.
Very good, very good.
So there you have it. You've got Jerry that can supply you with the product. You've got Marie that can help you with the coaching. And you've got Renee to help you with the lifestyle. So I think you've got a good trifecta here. And I want to now introduce us to the next speaker, who's Toni Williams. And Toni has a very interesting concept. And because we're highlighting different lifestyles, Toni, tell us a little bit about you and what you do. Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen. Thank you, everyone. All this healthy stuff, and I'm bringing wine. So,
well, wine's good for the spirit.
wine is good for the soul. That is for sure. So, I am. Let's see if I can get there. So I am a wine consultant and cause entrepreneur with One Hope Wine. And we are a Napa Valley based winery, and we are a purpose-driven winery, meaning that we support charity with every bottle of wine that we sell. And this is kind of my why. This is my beautiful tiger, Lily. She's a rescue cat, and I've always loved cats. I think I was born with a kitten in my hands. And I've had hundreds of cats being a farm girl and stuff, but I'm now just owned by one. And she kind of came in my life rather unexpectedly. And, you know, that's where I support with my wine purchases. I'm a wine lover too. One Hope Wine crossed my path at just the right time in my life. I've been in the workforce for nearly 37 years. And I'm starting to think about my exit strategy, because while I love what I do and the company I work for, it's not my time. It's someone else's time. So One Hope kind of gives me that option of fun things to do when I'm ready to step out of the corporate world. So as I said, we're purpose driven. We've given over $5.5 million to charities through our wine sales. And that's pretty amazing. You know, it's doing good should be done every day. And not only are we committed to quality wines, we're committed to our cause partners as well. We do have a top selling brand, and we've got lots of medals, and we've got 7 right now of 90-point plus wines in our Vintner collection. And I'll show you a couple of those in just a minute. One Hope is got into the market of direct sales about 3 years ago, and it's actually a growing thing now. There's multiple other wine companies, so it's new, but it's not new. And this is a great one. We've got a fabulous winemaking team. Mari Wells Coyle is the head winemaker. We're one of the few wineries in Napa with a female winemaker. We partner with Robert Mondavi Jr., Toni Coltrane, and Oscar Rentaria. So we've got an excellent winemaking staff. These are our 7 current 90-point wines. Our red blend is a 96-point wine. Our Cabernet Sauvignon is a 93-point wine. Chardonnay, our Pinot Noir, and Sparkling Brut are 90 points. And our 2 reserves are 90 and 92 points. So we've got some really, really great options. And the price point is very well. It's not your box wine type of price point, but it is a good moderate price wine that does a lot of good with it. I'll just go quickly through some of our best sellers. This is our Sparkling Brut. We're coming into prime wine buying season, and we'll be selling a lot of this. Each bottle of our sparkling wine helps fund meals to end childhood hunger. When you think about the fact that almost 28 million bottles of sparkling wine are sold in this country in the last quarter of a year, that's a lot of food that could be fed to a hungry kid. We could totally wipe out hunger quickly if they all bought One Hope wine. Our Pinot Grigio is a really great wine. Funds pet adoptions. We have the Pinot Noir as well that also funds pet adoptions. And Tiger Lily came from our local animal shelter here, and it was a horrible place. If you've ever been into animal shelter where they are high kill shelters, you know what I'm talking about. So they have my heart, and that's where I tend to focus my give back on my wine buying is to help animals get into a home. Our Chardonnay is one of our best sellers, and it funds breast cancer research. And coming up in this October, we'll be offering this in a beautiful sparkling pink glitter bottle. And it's a custom bottle that we offer every fall to help raise more awareness to that. And this is our red blend. I was not a red wine drinker until I started drinking red blend, but this is a really, really good wine. It's medium bodied. You can't go wrong with it. It's great with roasted pork, salmon, berry cobblers, portobello mushrooms, you name it. And it also makes a really fantastic sangria and other wine coolers if you like those types of drinks. This bottle of wine helps put veterans back to work through Team Rubicon. If you're not familiar with Team Rubicon, all you have to do is look at some disaster relief footage and you'll see them. They've been heavily involved when Hurricane Dorian hit the Bahamas. They were on the ground through some of the tornadoes that hit Tennessee, flooding. They do a lot of good work, but this puts veterans back to work, and it's a really, really great wine on top of it. And our Cabernet Sauvignon, we just got awarded the 93 points on this one. This helps fund ABA therapy for our children with autism. And that's, the Cabernet is actually the wine that One Hope got started with so many years ago. We did get started by a group of friends who had a friend with cancer, and that person passed away, and they decided to build the business around that in honor of that person. We have lots of great stuff for the upcoming holiday gift giving season. We've got ready to go gift boxes and crates geared toward different things. Of course, we have our Pinot for Paws with a wolf and a meow box. We've got our celebration box, which is really great for weddings, new homes, end of the year, New Year celebrations. We've got single bottle gift boxes. We've got wine and cheese gift boxes. We've got our reserves, high dollar reserve gift boxes. If you like to give for luxury gifts, we have that as well. We also have a wine club that is available each quarter, and this is curated by our head winemaker. And right now we've got some of our reserves in there that you can't get in a regular collection. And this is shipped for free. It's 20% off. It's a great way to taste some wines you might not otherwise try. And our Mari also does offer a YouTube video to taste each week. She'll taste 2 of the wines through the quarter so that you can learn about the wines themselves and taste along with her. And we also have our custom, and we also do have a new etched line of shimmer bottles. These are filled with the sparkling brut. And these make great gifts for custom businesses. Realtors work well with this. If you're planning a wedding or know someone planning a wedding, the custom shimmer of, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Smith with the date is very popular. We also have, we just released these, and I don't have a photo, I'm sorry, of our pre-etched bottles, which come with predefined sayings. One says home sweet home, which is great for, again, realtors or people buying new homes. Or we have a happy birthday bottle, and we have one that says cheers to you, which is a pretty good all around, you get a promotion, start a new business, buy a house, get married, whatever. It's a great gift to have around. They're very elegant, and each of these glitter and shimmer bottles feed 5 meals for hungry kids. So it's a really, really good idea. If you like to give gifts of wine, this is a good option. And just closing, one of the things that we can do is in-person wine tastings, virtual wine tastings. I can help you raise money for a fundraiser. As I said previously, the end of the quarter is the best wine buying time. Everybody's buying wine for one reason or another. And you could easily turn those wine purchases into donations. And that is a more detailed conversation. So if you're interested in that at all, please shoot me an email and we can discuss that, and I can tell you how to do it. We can ship to most states in the United States, so it doesn't have to be something that you go out and buy and do. You can just go on the portal and have it shipped with a gift note. And with that is my contact information, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Great concept, Toni. What a great idea.
I wish I'd thought of it.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Now, I'd love to talk to you or your agency about, the direction on the East Coast for something like this. There are many social elements that might have value, and what your market directions are. But as far as the project goes, I mean, in the coast, you've got one product that has a 93-point scoring element. That's pretty good. Pretty good, very good. So I mean, and I wanted to know, though, I was curious about the program for veterans. It's the you help them get engaged in social issues, veterans that way. Tell us a little bit about that, if you could.
We actually don't do that. What we do is we're a winery. So we partner with specific causes. Each bottle of wine has a cause assigned to it.
Okay.
And the charities may change. They don't change frequently, but they're carefully vetted through our foundation, and they are assigned to a cause, the charity, whatever the cause they're related to. So with One Hope, we've partnered with Team Rubicon for a number of years. So Team Rubicon is we're not associated with them, and they're not associated with us, other than we raise money for them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and we also, I mean, as far as that $5.5 million number that I spoke of, that does include local 501c3 charities. So we've raised about $250,000 for small charities just through selling wine.
Okay, very good. So wow, I I mean this is great. So we're almost out of time. We've been going on and on. Who's next? Is there anybody next, Claire, or what are we doing? Thank you so much, Toni. I appreciate your
Thank you,
participation.
everyone.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to jump off, so I will leave my information in the
Yeah,
chat.
we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. I'd love to reach out to you.
Great.
You're on the Napa Valley. Wonderful, wonderful. Good, good,
Thank
good,
you.
good. All right, all right.
Yes, I'm here. I was on mute. Yes, it's starting, well, Monday, August the 24th at 8 o'clock. We will be on Zoom again, and I will be discussing jealousy. The title of my books are Jealousy or Envy, Is There a Killer in You? With the subtitle, Stop the War Within and Be Set Free. And in that book, both of my books are like reference books. You don't have to read them in the order of chapters. And it was written, both were written from a faith perspective. The second book is Speak Positively and Expect a Victory, Words of Wisdom. In both of my books, they're dealing with words, how words are powerful and words hurt. And a lot of people say, oh, I would never kill anybody. I would never shoot anybody. I would never do this or that. But words are just as sharp as a knife. You know, words can destroy a person's self-esteem and relationship as well. So we will be talking about a little bit briefly on jealousy and the competition that comes with it, and how we can kind of do better with that and learn to celebrate others instead of being jealous or putting other people down. So, and my website is www.lindathompson.org, and there you can learn a little bit more about me. And I want to say thanks to everybody today. I enjoyed. Elizabeth, you're on mute.
Yeah, Linda, can you put that in the chat as well, how they can buy your book and where it's available? And
Yes.
how to contact you? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So thank you. And Donna, we've not heard you speak at all this time. Donna, do you have anything to say? Donna Foray? Donna?
No, I've got to jump on another Zoom call, but everything today was amazing. I think there was a really well-rounded group between the health, nutrition, Marie's coaching story was really transformative to hear about. I also enjoyed hearing about Toni's wine business and how it supports an incredible amount of different causes. And just for people to know, Team Rubicon is a nonprofit that was organized several years ago to give meaningful jobs to veterans that might need some assistance, you know, finding themselves, and they deploy them in groups all over the world and a lot of times here in the United States to do disaster relief. So if anybody was interested, that's what she meant by Team Rubicon. It's one of the charities she supports. But no, it's an amazing group, a really good event today, and I learned a lot. And obviously I'm going to follow up with a lot of these folks because I can definitely benefit from what they offer.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you, Donna. Donna is a colonel from the U.S. Air Force, and she now sells life insurance and term life insurance and all kinds of things with New York Life. So she comes on the club every first Monday and every third Monday of the month. As you know, we meet every week. So we meet every Monday, and any business that wants to share their business, you may not be presenting all the time, but you're welcome to join and share your business, because every event we have different people on, and each time you meet a new person, that's a new contact for your business. So we do our best to bring that to you, and so we hope you will come back and attend and speak and be a part of this club. And Jerry, I'm going to, Envin, I have one more person who we, Envin, can you get on? Can we see you? Envin? Hi, okay, so how are you, Envin? Are you going to tell us how you beat Elton at the basketball game?
No, I didn't.
All right. So are you, okay, tell us about your fitness routine. What are you doing to keep fit during COVID?
I really don't do anything. I'm so surprised that at 70 or someone can do 70 burpees. I'm 22 and I can't do even 5.
So now you get inspired and you'll try and do that. Yeah, and they have YouTube videos now, so you can do it with them.
You have to work. You have to work up to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready to take him on again. Are you set?
Okay.
I tell you what. Let's try a hand of tennis. Let's see what we come up with that. Get ready.
Tennis.
Oh, then that's where we need to be.
Okay. So I'm going to bring you back on, Jerry, to close us. And do you want me to try and do the videos, or you want to do that next time?
Next time, Claire. Next time.
Oh, we could do it another time. I just have to
All right.
figure out how to do it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're going to bring you back to close, and then we'll close. Yeah, we went longer than our usual time, so.
Sure, yeah. Well, thank you for the opportunity to present. I did put a link in the chat for the Healthy at Home Facebook page. If you didn't see that, or for some reason you can't get on, my contact information is in the chat as well. Just send me an email and I'll invite you to the group. Also, we did talk briefly about the Healthy Cleanse, and so I posted a link to that as well. But thank you, everyone, for your participation. I really enjoyed learning from all of you. Marie, it's amazing testimony. We share a lot of the same philosophy and concepts, so really appreciate that. But that's all I have.
Okay. Give Jerry a round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Jerry. Really appreciate your contribution today. Thank you so much. Okay.
And Claire, I am saving the chat and I will send it to you.
Okay.